you always want to wait for the right time to help someone, to make a difference, that right time will never come. It doesn't matter. We might say, well, maybe when we do better, we can make a difference, but then it's too late. Those farms are dead, those guys are gone.
The truth is that you can make it happen where you produce even more.
Yes.
And it's sustainable, and over time it becomes less costly. So it's really interesting to see how, through perseverance, and that's what it takes, those first few years, how far you can come.
And to be determined to. I was invited to come and speak because they were having a meeting, and this was August last year. Everyone was hardly hit by the Roya, and we didn't see any much hope. And the way the prices were going, and how bad they were a year ago. So it didn't look well at all. And we thought it was, could be very dangerous for our coffee business.
Then the leaves fold like this, and then they don't get any, they die on the back. You see, like this. When the tree's leaves dies, then the plant can't make any fruit.
Because it exposes the flower?
They can't make any nutrition, because it uses the sun and the nutrition to make photosynthesis. So then the tree dies. Tree without a leaf is like, you can't eat. It's a person that can't
and
eat.
Then you lose, and people had to survive. So they didn't have any cash to buy food, and this is how they started to grow vegetables intensely, and it was the women mainly who did it around their houses. We're going to visit one of these farms tomorrow. Chicken, and they have some pigs and some cows, because these people use whey to make their fumigation things, so they need milk, the cows, dairy products for all of that. So in all their preparations, they need all these leaves and stuff. So it's a byproduct of organic production to produce your food stuff, to become self-sufficient.
Yeah.
میشه که به هر حال راحت‌تر شخمش زد و راحت‌تر در
So he was wondering if you guys use any kind of a tractor or anything that...
No,
it's all hand, yeah.
no, it's everything by hand. Because for coffee, this is one of the advantages of coffee. We have all these natural forests, and coffee can be planted beneath without affecting the forest, because you can make a hole. You prepare the hole, and that's a new, because the soil of the pine trees is not good.
Nos compromete más a nosotros, nos sentimos comprometidos, y que tenga la plena seguridad de que cuando nosotros estemos en otra posición vamos a poder ayudar y compartir estos conocimientos y estas experiencias con otros compañeros para poderlo sacar adelante.
Yeah. He is very grateful for your words. And he says that you inspire him, and he feels that when they're in a better condition, in a better situation, they will continue trying and paying back to others what he has received.
I hope.
Así que ese son sus deseos.
But really, this foundation is because we believe that, I believe what my dad always says, that you accomplish something in your life when you change people's life and you made something. He says it doesn't matter how much money you make, how famous you are, what you do, but what makes the difference is that you can go to bed and you can put your head down and say that I have made a difference in people's life. And
So this is where they're creating all the organic material. And one thing that does, when you use chemical fertilizer, is a temporary thing. It gives a little boost to your trees. You get a little better yield off your fruits. But when you use these natural fertilizer, every time you spray the tree, it adds mineral and nutrition to the ground. eventually after 2-3 years, your ground, your dirt and your soil is full of nutrition, and now your trees, they're good forever. So the roya, what it does, you lose all the leaves on the tree, okay, because it grows a fungus on the tree and it kills the leaves. But when the leaves dies and then the trees die. So when we came here 2 years ago, it was really sad because you go to these farms and
It's just devastating.
half of the farm is gone. I mean, there was just trees. So that's when we asked them, well, what's going to happen to these people? And they said that they're going to go. I mean, they're done.
Yeah.
Pretty much, these farmers are done. So that's why we came up with the SAFAI Foundation. The project is that. So we said, well, we will help to replant these farms and also take care of it, like for the fertilizer and everything for the next 3 years.
We're beginning the second day of our visit to Marcala. Yesterday, just to remember what we did yesterday, we went to Mario Perez's house and farm, which is just next to his house, because he's one of the beneficiaries of the SAFAI project. We visited the farm and saw the new plantings that will start bearing fruit in 2 years' time. This is Mr. Aristides Guevara, who's the owner of the farm, and he's the father of 8 children, and we're meeting 3 of them now, 2 boys and 1 girl, and this is the part of the trees that were planted with the SAFAI project financing and COMSA. And he's explaining that he has been taking, this already has 4 fumigations that are provided by COMSA's technical assistants that come. And it's 1 fumigation per month. And these are coffees of the variety Ipa Inema, which is a rust-resistant variety. You see how healthy all the trees are.
Estas hierbas son atraídas así manualmente. Así.
Explíquele que esta se usa para sombra de café.
Sí, este es una plantita que se usa, bueno, es una planta que ya está para sombra de café.
This is a shade.
Nosotros le nombramos una sombra temporal.
This is a temporary shade for the trees.
Sí. O sea, la hoja es rápido para descomponer.
It grows very quickly, and then they can use the leaf as a fertilizer afterwards. So this one that looks like stars there, the jade leaves, that's the one. So they can use it as a shade, but then it doesn't stay. It doesn't live for too long, and then the leaves they can use it as organic matter, compost.
We're in this farm. It's one of the farms that was planted by Foundation, and the name of it is New Hope because after everything died, now they have new plants growing, and this is a perfect example of our saying no farm, no coffee right here. It's not about, this is what I love about this business is that, you're not dealing with the individual on those farms. You're dealing with the generation. You're dealing with 100 years. You're helping that farmer today. You help someone's dream 100 years ago when they planted the first tree. That's what I said that it makes a difference.
Mi mamá y de ahí como cuando está tierno maíz, pues ella lo desgranamos, le cuece, lo lava.
They plant the corn and then when it's grown, they take the granarlo. They take the
kernels,
corn.
the kernels off.
Lo molemos.
Then they grind it.
Lo llevamos allá a la canasta y ella hace las tortillas.
So they take it to the market and her mother makes the tortilla.
Doña Maritza, o sea, participar en la feria después del problema de Roya les ha permitido a ellas estar generando un ingreso a la familia.
Yeah. To participate in the farmers market on Sundays, especially after the Roya hit them and they didn't have any more income, has been you know, enable them to have an additional income by
Going to the
selling in the market these tortillas that the mother is
Y
making.
que graben nomás la finca y van a tener ya ingresos por café el próximo año.
And due to the SAFAI project, they were able to plant and to bring these coffee trees up to this stage, and next year they will have a harvest.
So right now we are at La Aguja. It's a different lot. Yeah, it's a different lot farm that Pedro Sagastome has. So what we're gonna see is a really nice, well-managed lot of pacas in the region of El Dorado. This is what actually coffee consumers don't get to see, and it's very interesting to check it because this is like very important part of the coffee processing. Like, I mean, with growing is just incredible to see how the coffee is produced and how the plants are being treated. That way you can get better quality in the coffee that you consume. So we're gonna take a look on the farm right now.
We are on top of this incredible mountain. I don't even think you could see it. It's so bright. The sun is so bright. It's so intense. It's the most intense sun I've ever been in my entire life. One of the largest coffee farms in the land. With the farmer right now, I haven't caught his name yet. We're gonna hang out with Mike and everybody in a little while. We're on top of a lake, the only body of water in this area. These plants are exposed to direct sunlight, whereas a lot of the other plants that you've seen have been in more of rainforest areas. So the different types of coffee that they're producing it's pretty incredible.
I believe that, something devastating has to happen in your life for you to realize everything around you, how important it is. And this is what happened to these guys. It became, to them it became the day-to-day routine. But then all of a sudden when they realize that they're losing everything, now all of a sudden they realize that that's their life. One thing is that everybody constantly says, we have to, protect the farmers, we got to do this, but really we need to protect the farms. That's what we need to protect, because without the farms there is no farmers. Without the farmers there is no farm.